Yo, it's your boy Koozie back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to some creepy and woke TikTok reactions. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything that you hear or see in these videos. Don't believe anything that I say in these videos. Always use your own discernment and always do your own research. Let's get right to it.
Y'all are not going to believe what I'm about to tell you, but I will tell you anyways. So what would y'all say if I told you that this was not a real fish? Take it in for a minute. No, I'm not crazy. I'm about to show you. No, seriously, this that you're seeing right behind me, that's not a real fish. How creepy is this? What you just saw swimming around is a robot fish made by China. My question is, what are they making these for? What if we are being spied on from the shore? What if they have like GPS and satellite built into them and they can see what's happening miles and miles and miles above the shoreline? And if they can do this with fish, what else are they doing it with? Have you heard that theory that there's a bunch of birds that aren't actually birds but they're more mechanical? Look at this thing. It looks just like a fish. Well, for starters, the general population can literally buy robotic flies. And by the way, there's been people who literally videotaped it who found flies flying around them that were robotic. Pigeonbot is the first robot that can bend its wings like a real bird. If the news is saying it, it's been out for a while. For instance, there's a literal, legitimate website up called Pigeons Aren't Real. Look it up.
Boy, we in trouble if they got them over here spying on us for real. Them spy fish, man. Do you see how real that fish is swimming? Like that, the motions in his, swim technique, man. Hey, that's too fluent, man. It's too fluent. It looked too real to me. I thought it was a real fish until you got to talking about it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section. That's wild. For real, for real.
Here's what you do in case of a zombie apocalypse that we never talk about. You never see this in movies or films. But what you want to do is you want to build your, base, encampment, homestead, whatever it is, in the center of a structure like this. And so zombies, not that smart. What they're going to do is they basically wander around randomly. They might notice you're in here, and perhaps one gets in here. There's a pretty good chance that zombie is going to actually miss this gate or this opening. And so what it's going to do is it's actually just going to head down here, which is going to funnel it out and then back into the surrounding landscape. So occasionally you might get a zombie in here, but odds are pretty good most of the time it is going to get stuck in this little path here and then end up back outside. These three little places here, these three little openings, much easier to defend than a whole perimeter here. And so you can limit the amount of work that you need to do just by funneling zombies in and out, funneling zombies in and out. Zombie geometry. But in all seriousness, what this is a bee escape. You would go in, you would put this below the honey you want to harvest. Any bees in this upper entrance here, or in this upper part of the hive, are going to head into this bottom part. It's going to be very easy for them to leave. They're going to end up in the brood area, and any bees coming in are basically going to get turned around like those zombies. And if you come back to your hive 24 hours later, there's going to be very few bees in the top boxes, which means that it's going to be easier to pull that honey off and it's going to disturb the bees less.
Say, man, I like the way you think, man. That's an excellent plan, excellent idea, man. For real, on both ends, for the honey and for the zombies. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below.
Zombie in 2024.
Oh, man. What the? That is not my editing. That is part of whoever made the video. But y'all, everybody know those shrimps and all that stuff. Shrimps are like sea roaches, man, and crawfish and stuff like that. Lobsters, they're bottom feeders. We all know that. Catfish too.
But you funny. A cockroach is the cousin of a shrimp. So a cockroach is a land shrimp. A shrimp is a sea cockroach. Same family, they got the same last names and everything. Same thing as a crab and a spider.
What's the last name?
I can't think of it right now, and I don't want to say nothing wrong on here because they love to tear me apart.
Yeah.
But if you look it up, they're in the same exact family. The spider and the crab is in the same exact family. What we have made basically the trash cans of the ocean and the trash cans of the earth are delicacy. But this is the same thing that happened in slavery, where they gave us a pig and gave us the most nasty, horrendous parts of the pig, and then we turned it into a delicacy, like chitterlings.
How many of y'all gonna stop eating them old sea roaches, them sea cockroaches, them crabs, lobsters, and shrimps, man? Let me know down below in that comment section, man. It's gonna be hard, I know it, but y'all know it's not good for you. Just like catfish, it said in the Bible, man.
Y'all want to hear a story? This story is going to take us to Dalby Springs, Texas, the location of what is known as the Vampire Graveyard. Dalby Springs is a tiny little community. Some call it a ghost town, but there are people that still live here. But in the year 2000, the population was only 141. It was first settled in 1839 and named after mineral springs that were found in the area. Today, one well remains, but I'm told that it reeks of sulfur, so don't drink that. And out in the woods outside Dalby Springs, there is a small, overgrown, and crumbling cemetery. Most people don't even know it's there, but the people that do speak in whispers about what may be buried there. Because inside of it lies an unmarked grave that is completely surrounded by an iron cage. You can see it right there. And this mysterious grave has earned the Cedar Grove Cemetery the nickname the Vampire Graveyard. No one knows who's actually buried here. The grave is completely unmarked. As you can see, the grave is surrounded by this iron fencing, and it used to have a gate. But rumor says the gate was taken down after curious teenagers kept getting locked inside of it. It's said that there was once an iron spike that was driven through the center of the grave as well. The spike was said to be very long and very deeply buried. For years, people tried to pull it up and just never could do it. And it was still there as late as the early 2000s, but it's gone now. And it appears that the grave was partially dug up in order to get that out. Locals also claim that there were once flame holders on two of the corners of the gate that used to be lit on certain nights of the year, though nobody remembers which particular nights. Another interesting aspect of this grave is that it lies north to south, not facing east like is typical of Christian burials, and the way that the other graves are situated. So you put all that strangeness together and you get a vampire legend. People often speak of how spooky this place is too. I mean, not only is it overgrown and out in the sticks, but people say that the vibe is just really eerie, and that the longer you're there, that this overwhelming sense of fear will creep up on you. Most people leave within 15 minutes. And an author named Melba Goodwin wrote in her book, Chasing Graveyard Ghosts, that she visited the cemetery and clearly heard a disembodied voice say, "Come to the end of the row where the dead plague the living." That's pretty creepy. Is there any fact to any of these claims? I don't know. But I do know that this is a very old cemetery. The earliest burial that's known here is recorded as 1879. And sadly, this piece of history has been heavily vandalized over the years. It was reported that in 2010, 2011, almost every remaining headstone was either broken or pushed over. So maybe a lot of the spookiness just comes down to it really just needs some love. That is not to downplay the strangeness of this particular grave. And while no one knows for sure exactly who is buried here, some researchers have claimed to have found the identity of this vampire. A kid named William Welch, who was struck by lightning somewhere around the year 1898. And I will say there are many Welches in the cemetery, so there could be some truth to that. But that still doesn't explain why a child that was struck by lightning would be given such an odd burial, facing differently from his family members, surrounded by an iron fence that was once gated and locked, with a spike driven through the middle. Have any of y'all ever been to the Vampire Graveyard in Texas? And have any of you experienced anything strange here? Let me know.
Hey, how many of y'all heard of this place in Texas? How many of y'all will go to this place? And how many of y'all have been to this place? I know somebody in the comment section probably live nearby. Let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section. Shout out to
it goes like this, okay? It goes, Brown are the wealthiest income earners and asset owners in America.
Brown meaning what?
Indian.
Indian, okay.
Then it's Asian.
Okay.
I think you guys are right there, number 3.
The Jews?
Number 3 spot, because
Okay.
y'all get into a whole bunch of other bullshit.
There's not that many of us, though. There's way less Jews than
No, 100%. But I
Yeah.
mean, by GDP and by population, you guys are fucking like outstanding, outliers. Then it's the white people in the middle. Okay, now the black and browns are bottom 2 groups. Black and brown.
Well, black and Hispanic, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you already said brown is Indian.
But The most embarrassing stat there is you're a fucking privileged white person in America and you're in the fucking middle. It's disgusting. You got education available to you, healthcare available to you, fucking lawyers available to you, banks available to you. You can walk in anywhere, nobody fucking, and you still couldn't fucking
So
make
you're saying
it to
all
the
these
top.
people are wasting their whiteness. That's what
Fuck
you're
yeah,
saying.
dude. Fuck yeah. Like, ain't no way another fucking race is gonna beat me to the top of the food chain, and I'm white.
And you're white, but you made it to the top of the food chain. So.
That's what I'm saying.
You're the outlier.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no way I'm being blessed with all this.
Okay.
And male, by the way.
And male, right? Male whites.
Yeah.
You're totally wasting.
And good looking.
Right.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about what Grant is saying, man. Y'all think it's a problem with that? Y'all think it's, there ain't no problem, man. Me personally, I think Grant is a fool, and I ain't saying it in a bad way. I'm saying, like, you jokingly, he crazy, man. He be talking this smack. But y'all can learn a lot from Grant, man. Other than how to go to prison, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about how to get rich, y'all. For real, for real.
Copper blocks radio frequencies. And what are they trying to put out all over the place? Cell phone towers, so that they can come into your home. So when you get into copper, it actually blocks radio frequencies and works to help protect the body. So if you wear copper too, it helps to protect the body too. But don't want to tell anybody that. Got to sell them some DuPont plastic instead. People who are going against it are the people to keep you sick and poisoned and just keep you in a perpetual loop. That's all it comes down to. Honestly, like, everything I've realized is people just want to keep people at a low frequency, not teach them about copper, not teach them about any of that stuff. It just keeps them in this perpetual loop of sickness. And I've had people who've reached out, they have taken copper and wrapped, for example, their arm, and all of their inflammation in their arm has gone away. It's cost like $2. They didn't have to take any weird inflammation pills that came with like 10,000 side effects, including none of that. All they had to do was get a little copper and then just wrap that area that they were feeling the inflammation, or their body sending out a signal that's saying there's a lot of inflammation and pain and too much electricity in this area, and the copper helps ground that and balance it out.
Hey, let me know if you knew that. If you didn't, you learned something new. Ain't that right? I know that. Me too.
It is well known, you go all the way to Italy and Rome, and they teach, they have their top-notch exorcists that go all over the world for the most horrible demon exorcisms. And he mentioned maybe it was a demon or something, but he had given the impression that he knew what it was, and he was not surprised at all that we saw something like this. And, the priest had said, sometimes these things bleed into our world, and they take some of us, and some of us are lucky enough to get away, or they just don't bother us. And he said, but there are a long-standing history of things that aren't supposed to existing in this world. And he said, I believe you. And I cried. I broke down, and it wasn't, why would a child go to a priest and make up a story like that? And we had talked about, obviously, the situation of us having to address this with our families. And we all agreed, there's 4 of us, we would always be with each other when we spoke to our parents together, so that we could be there to back each other up. Well, 2 of my buddies' parents had you guys are full of crap. They didn't want to hear it. Just get out of here. Go do what you're going to do. My parents, my mom walked out of the room. You're crazy. She didn't want to hear it. My dad, however, knew me and looked at me and said, well, maybe you guys saw a bear. Maybe it was a bear with mange, or maybe it was, some mutated creature, normal animal, a bear. He kept saying bear because we kept telling him how big it was and what would you compare it to. And we talked about a polar bear. It was as big as a polar bear, but it didn't look like a polar bear. It looked like a wolf. It looked like a man-shaped wolf, but it was giant. And he just kept saying, well, you guys saw something, they're 14-year-old kids. They saw, something natural. They just don't know what it is. Then my best friend's dad, who I'm not going to out him. He's passed away, so I'm not going to out him and his family because I'm very close to them. But all I'm going to say is And any of my friends that see this, they know who I'm talking about and what his dad did. He basically was in charge of the city. He was in charge of the police and many other parts of it. And we told him, his mom did the same thing Mai did. She just said, you guys are crazy. You saw it.
Cryptids, dog man, werewolves. What do y'all know about that? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that story, though. Y'all believe them? Do y'all believe him? That's all I want to know, man. Or y'all think he capped? Me personally, I believe him. I believe werewolves exist. Check it out, man. I'm pausing it, y'all. Let me know. Does that footage look real? Does it look tampered with? Does it look like CGI to you? Do y'all believe this is possibly the realest, clearest footage that we have ever seen of a werewolf? Me personally, I agree. I think so. Man, personally, I really think that's a real werewolf, and I think that's real footage. No CGI, nothing like that included, man. Definitely let me know what y'all think down below, because I know somebody out there got some stories for me. And maybe even some pictures or video clips.
And you can see they got barrier walls around most of the lake. The water was pretty clear. Also, there's a lot of stories about this lake of people dying on this lake, whether it's boating, swimming, whatever it is. Thing we're gonna do, we're going to get some aerial footage of the lake. There's a jet ski.
How many of y'all have heard about Lake Lanier and the stories, the tragic stories about Lake Lanier before you got to this channel? If you haven't, go check it out, man. I got the videos. You know, I got the videos. This is Lake Lanier videos. Go check them out in my archive in my older videos. Go down in my videos to the older videos, and you're gonna see it. It's a definitely must watch, man. It's tragic, horrific, man. What happened there? There's a lot of lies being told and a lot of cover-ups, but you can learn the truth here. Believe that. And y'all, man, I be putting out all this valuable information, man. I'm telling you, man, I don't really. Hey, man, I do it for y'all, but I do it for me too. You know what I'm saying? I got to, you know, make them ends meet, man. And YouTube ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing. You feel me? You know, y'all want these hot videos, man, but it ain't seeming like the algorithm and, you know what I'm saying, and the traction ain't tracking yet, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much, you know, man. Hey, I don't know how much more quality they want from me, you know what I'm saying, and from these video clips, man. But, and y'all too, y'all let me know what's up, man. What y'all want in these videos? What kind of video topics y'all want to see next, man? You know, because right now it ain't hitting like it's supposed to be hitting, man. That's all I'm gonna say. And they still got me shadow banned. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that clip down below in the comment section. But it's getting wicked out here. And if y'all ever want to donate some money, hit my cash up, DONCOOZIE, Don Koozie. $, Don Koozie, man. Because, yeah, YouTube ain't YouTubing right now. And anything y'all send through them super chats and all that stuff, man, they take a big percentage out of that, man. I'm telling you, we don't barely even get half of what you're seeing, I'm telling you. So just send it to the cash app if y'all going to donate or show some real support from my real supporters, man. Yeah, just like that, man. I appreciate y'all. It's all love, man. Let's get it.
On February 2nd, 2004, Michael Lacoma was camping for the weekend around Fresno, California. He grabbed his cell phone and recorded the scenery, which brought him immense peace and tranquility. He soon heard the noise of an animal at the top of a nearby hill. Little did he know that when he went to record the hill next to his campsite, he would capture one of the most bizarre videos involving mysterious cryptids.
Shape up there. What the hell is that? Oh my God.
Man.
That ain't right.
As Michael shows off his campsite, his attention is soon brought to a nearby hill after hearing a strange noise. As he focuses his camera at the top of the hill, he captures a dark creature on 2 legs leaping back and forth.
I think it was jumping in slow motion. Like I think it was recorded like when they were playing it in slow motion, the way it was jumping, it looked like in a way, because it kind of was jumping like a frog. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about that clip though down below in the comment section, because that's a little spooky.
All right. So for all of my friends out there that don't know where the safest place to be when the zombie apocalypse happens, it's on the Delacroix side of this zombie gate right here. As you can see on both sides, they got this place on lockdown. You got the Gulf of Mexico keeping them from getting you on one side, and that zombie gate on the other. Yeah, I want to be on this side of it.
That's definitely something that you will see on The Walking Dead, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down below. Y'all think it's a coincidence? Y'all think that's real? That's like really what that's made for? Or y'all gonna believe what they tell y'all and tell you it's really something else?
Found the ultimate apocalypse house. This guy's got a drawbridge. He's got this barbed wire gate.
Dang,
just drove through, so it's open right now. You know, zombies come, you shut that fucker off. You're on the river. We got a moat. We're ready. Let's get it.
Okay, hear me out. Sharpen those. Speed it up. That is the ultimate zombie apocalypse survival gate.
Those definitely some cool ideas, but on the river one, I definitely would want the river a lot deeper, because that means they can walk right across the river if it's not too deep. What do I have a drawbridge for, and what do I have the river for if they could walk right over it? You know, it don't make sense. Or walk right through it. It don't make sense in a way, but some good ideas. Let me know what y'all think about those in the comment section.
if we are going down a satanic spiritualism in portal opening hole, I know I'm gonna have to really choose these words wisely, because there's spilling tea and then there's kicking over the fucking bucket of tea. I know for sure, it's a fact, numerous witnesses to this. One of the biggest pop stars in the world right now, big, huge, fucking huge, had an incestual relationship with a biological family member, and you can find nothing about this family member anywhere. If you're leaning into the fucking people pulling the strings, calling the shots, whatever, to me, the level of success of this individual, knowing what I know, that's like some selling your soul type shit.
How do you? Well, I figured
I know it from people that went way back with these individuals. Yeah, it's fucking insane. And how this hasn't got out, because here's the thing, if I know, 100 people know.
Opinions.
Rapper Busta Rhymes has done a good job staying out of controversy for the most part of his career, but now he's being called the super zest monster and being outed for liking small and tiny fun boys. A former bodyguard named Big Homie.cc spoke with Cam Capone and told a story about the time Busta Rhymes was fangirling over another man in the club. Big Homie recalls hanging out with male model Don Benjamin in New York, and Busta Rhymes happened to be in the same club that night. Big Homie and Don had a short gay lawyer with them that Busta Rhymes was crushing on heavy. The former security guard claims Busta Rhymes wanted the young man so bad he pulled him into the section and tucked him off into the corner so no one else could have him. Big Homie also called out Busta Rhymes for getting into altercations with women for no reason. On one occasion, a woman touched the rapper and he threw a drink in her face. When asked how long he's known about Busta Rhymes' interest in men, Big Homie claims he's been knowing since 2012.
Hold up. Hey, shout out to Big Homie CC from Chirac, man. He doing this thing. He's bodyguard. He does bodyguard, security guard, and stuff like that, man. And he does music. But shout out to him, man. He got a channel on YouTube. Y'all go show him some love, man. He been on Cam Capone. He been on some things lately. But another thing he been on too is telling that truth. Cause I just found out last night he had a video on his channel talking about the lizard people, man. Yeah, I said it. The lizard people. Go to his lives, and he had a video talking about where, you know, he's around these industry people and stuff like that. He's talking about where he encountered a lizard woman. Yes, a real one, like the ones that we talk about. Yeah, so I'm rocking with him, man. I'm liking that because he came out and told us, man. And if y'all want to check that out, go to his channel, go to his live, and yeah, check that out, man. And tell him Moneybagg Cool React sent you, man. And it's all love, man, for real.
You seen this? Yo, holy shit. Hold on. Yo. Dude.
Well, guys, y'all wanted the footage. That's not the only footage, but it's a little bit more. And that's Fitz from the Miami, the Miami Mall scene and situation. Let's go. Let me know what y'all think, though.
So apparently this is an eyewitness account of the aliens that were seen.
I'm pausing it for y'all so y'all can see his name, because y'all kept asking me about it. And so y'all know that this is his footage. At the bottom, it says, if you look at the bottom right there, it should say his name Fitz. Under the TikTok symbol, it says something Fitz. It's his name. Guy named Fitz. That's what it says. This is TikTok name, you know. But y'all check it out. That's his footage.
In the Miami Bay Side Mall. Do you think that these are real aliens or people dressed in suits? Leave your comments and let me know. According to the person that recorded this footage, he states that this is real live footage.
Well, there you go. mean, y'all got the footage, you got the picture, eyewitness drawing. What more could you ask for at this point? Yeah, like what more could you ask for? That's all I'm gonna say. Come on.
Insane. Come on, love. That's crazy.
Look at that. It's trying to come on land.
Man, what is that?
What the hell?
It's literally trying to come on land, y'all. What's going on?
You know what? After this video, I'm gonna back my ass up.
Yeah, you should have before.
He came to shore. Fuck that.
There's got to be something going on with the water, y'all. Like it's literally trying to come on. It's literally trying to come on the shore.
Well, now you've added something else. Scott, I don't know what Clint's bringing down here, but he needs to go back to fuck home. So.
Look at that, y'all. It's literally trying to take him out. That's crazy. Or what is going on? There's got to be something going on in the water, y'all. Look at it. This is in Florida, boy. Everything's happening in Florida. So much activity is going on in the water, especially in Florida, y'all. It's literally has turned up. The animals in the water, or the fish in the water. I've been saying fishes lately. People been getting on me about that. The fish in the water have been acting up in Florida. I don't know if it has to do with the heat or something like that, but something's going on, man. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this, y'all. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Man, what y'all think that was? An oarfish or one of those, was it not a chainsaw nose, but like a saw nose shark? If that's what it's called. I believe that's what it's called. But y'all check that out, though. I wonder if the noses on that thing is sharp, though. You know how it got them like a saw on it? Like, I wonder like if somebody dried them up, you know, when they, you know, unalive it and dry it up, if you could actually use that as a form of saw in a way, you know, hence the name saw nose or oarfish, or you know what I'm saying. I'm just being silly, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section, though. That's creepy or what?
First and foremost, I know drug trafficking, a lot of it's done on foot. A lot of people, because a lot of drug dependent people will walk up to a house or to a car and buy drugs. So first thing I do is I go over to my class and I just want people. So I eliminate all the car noise. So now I just have the people that go through the scene in a 24-hour span of time. And I'm actually
cell phones. What's it right next to? The water tower. The water that actually floods into thousands and thousands of homes that are using for drinking and cleaning and bathing. So why the heck would they put that tower right next to it? What does that even do? Do you guys know that water holds memory? That water is a solvent, it holds frequency. Why would they put a non-native frequency that has been proven to have negative impacts on health at a cellular level right next to a water tower when our human bodies are 99% water at a molecular level? Thus, what is the agenda behind this? Is there an agenda? These are questions we got to start asking. That's why it's so imperative to zoom out and to start asking the questions, connecting the dots, getting your water source right to come out hydrated.
Those things are literally all over the place, and this is also why I create orgone energy as well. Orgone, as you can see on my chest over here, I create these in order to help with electromagnetic frequency as well as low ELF waves. But putting these by towers that holds the water, y'all, you can't imagine what it's doing to the water at the cellular level. Imagine how people are feeling right now with these things, you know, around us. You know, people are complaining about what's going on with these type of devices. And this right here around my neck really helps with you guys. If you guys are interested, you guys can look at my link in my bio and order some off my Etsy. But did you guys know about this non-native EMF? Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Y'all think it was just a coincidence or what? Because ain't nothing a coincidence that they got that right next to the water supply. I'm telling you, man, you better do some research, man, if you don't believe me. That ain't no coincidence. They know what they doing at all times, man. Man. Y'all, man, I appreciate y'all for being with me too, man, because I just, you know, this is one of them early morning recordings, you know, and I'm still kind of tired, man. So if y'all see me zoning out and stuff like that, sometimes it's, you know, I'm still like really waking up, you know what I mean, in the head, like for real though. But like I say, man, I appreciate all y'all love and support, man. All the real supporters out there, man, because it's a lot of monetary souls out there. That's why I say it like that. It's a lot of people just watching, ain't showing no love, man. I think they spying, really. I really think they them people, man. They watching, they not showing no love. They ain't hitting the like button. They ain't commenting, they ain't doing nothing, they ain't sharing it, you know, they just out here spying on the brother, man, that's it. But y'all, we in this together, man, like I always say, man. And we got to, you know, keep pushing. We got to keep pushing, man, because I'm trying to keep pushing for y'all. We got to keep pushing. You know, we got to keep y'all on your P's and Q's, so y'all look out for me just like I look out for you. Scratch my back and I'm gonna scratch yours, huh? Let's get it.
They've got humanoids.
I believe this. I mean, look, they've already used CRISPR to enhance children
with higher intelligence.
Yes.
In China.
Well, it was actually.
And the videos are getting better and better, I'm telling you. I mean, in this clip, these videos, the clips are getting better, you know, because if you was thinking about leaving, I wouldn't. You're going to miss something that you definitely going to want to see or hear. I'm telling you. It's getting good.
So here's the full video. If you saw the story, you know, last night I saw something in the house that, as crazy as it sounds, to me looked like a vampire. I'm just going to show you the video. Here we go. Okay, trying again. Hearing sounds up here.
Y'all check this out.
It's moving around. This stuff's been happening, but as soon as I pull my phone out, everything stops. I don't know. I swear I heard somebody up here. Holy shit, I don't know what happened. That thing vanished and my camera stopped recording immediately at the same time. It's gone. There's a slowed down version of what you saw, brightened and close up.
But watch this. Do you hear me though? Do you see him? Y'all ain't see him.
I'm gonna post a still. I'm not sure how well you can see it. It turned like an old man to the door, lurched forward, and vanished.
I seen him the first time.
Honestly, at a loss for what to do from here, but I'll keep you guys updated.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Y'all think that's cap or y'all think that's real, man? That's all I got to ask y'all, man. Let's get it. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit.
Okay, I posted this video of like a vampire on some talk show not that long ago. Since then, I've been sent all these videos of supposed vampires, right? So get this. I mean, these people walking through a train station look vampire-ish, but get this one.
I may be unpleasant looking on the outside, but you're ugly on the inside.
And look at them eyes, but then he's definitely got the teeth. Now this one's just weird.
When was the last time you fed?
I prefer a nice liver, but I may change my mind at any time. You look very tasty, but I think I like you. Would you like to stay for tea, my friend?
Now the glowing eyes can be explained by the light probably, but what is with them teeth?
Finally, someone shows it. A lot of butter. A lot of butter is needed when you want your pancakes to look really crispy like this. No one does.
Imagine going to a restaurant and then they tell you, here's your dinner, and then they hand you a piece of bread and then you look at them and then they tell you, open it. And then this is what...
This is so thoughtful. I am so tired of grabbing the butter and cutting it at that moment. It gets all messy. This is so convenient for all your guests.
I did not know Costco had this tool. If Costco has this tool, why didn't they share it with the rest of the pizza world? Whenever I get slices from other places, they come out all corroded. This pizza is perfectly proportioned.
Wow, this part...
Now I can't even lie that pizza cutter tool is needed. everywhere they serve pizza, because that's a cool tool.
I've never seen in the process of making flan. Like at first I was so confused, like whoa, what's happening there? But then as you can see, it's the stuff on top of it. I don't really know what it is. I don't know if it's caramel or something, but it looks fire. A lot of people are in the comments like, please tell me you put in the dishwasher after that. For real. Do you really not know the answer to that question?
So I never thought about it before. But if you literally freeze your ground beef when it's flattened, then you can literally get it out of the freezer and it'll literally get defrosted so much quicker. And then you can literally just put it on the stove and then it'll literally be perfect. Thank you, Grateful Heart Collective.
Cool techniques. How many of y'all tried flying, man? I never tried flying. I always wanted to. Maybe I should try it soon. Let me know what it tastes like, y'all. I heard it's caramel or something like that. Caramel, cream, like creme brulee type stuff.
Listen, in this video, this guy went to what's called a gifting rock, which is nothing more than an altar in the woods, and gave something to it. And then what you see right here, these giant sets of eyes, is what followed him home. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you. Don't be putting offerings on altars in the woods, because you don't know what that's an altar to. And this is what followed him home. Now, sir, I want you to understand something, sir. I need you to calm down. Calm down, sir. That's a dog, man.
Shout out to my guy Dark Waters on YouTube, man. Hey, he definitely be doing this thing. He got a lot of good reptilian videos, man. I'm telling you, y'all go follow him, go show him some love on Dark Waters on YouTube. Tell him Moneybagg Cool React sent you, man. That's my guy. We ain't met yet, but like I said, I like his channel, man. He from Texas, I'm from Texas. I'm just saying that's my guy, man. I like the content. Shout out to Dark Waters.
For whatever reason, they're pretty close to the house this morning. Just out of sight, like usual. Girlfriend just came upstairs screaming, woke me out of bed, said that there's something on the roof, and I don't see it. She thinks one of them's up there somewhere. I don't know. But she said she's going to leave if I can't do something about it. So I don't know what to do here. What the hell was that? All over the damn place again tonight. I'm going to keep walking towards it. Might actually get to capture something here. All right, whatever you are, you need to leave. Stay out of this place. This is our home. This is our home. You need to leave. You leave now. I don't think it's going to come around for a little bit. I think that'll keep it away for a while. She just woke me up again and said she heard it on the roof, and this time so did I, so you can get out there and have a look. Okay. Oh, holy shit. All right. So is one on the other side of the house. Oh. What the hell? Where'd it go? What is that? What the son of a... What's going on here? Oh my God.
Air fuel, we come with some heat. What would y'all do in that situation if that was you? That's all I want to ask, man. Me personally, I probably would have got up out of there. I ain't got time for all that, man, especially if I got a family and stuff. We got to go, man. Got to go, because you see the movies. You go outside looking for either gonna get you or it's gonna run in the house and get your old lady while you out there and leave you by yourself. So you be miserable hunting for the rest of your life, just like the movies, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's how it goes, just like the movies, man.
Right.
This is wicked. Watch this.
Transformation, no human responses were elicited from the subject. However, he remained mostly calm throughout the night, growling only when approached. He seemed more afraid of us than we were of him.
All I'm gonna say is, man, what movie this come from, man? It got to be a movie out there where this is in it, man, because I don't think that's real, man. I think that's cap. But y'all let me know what y'all think, because it definitely could be real, because there was another clip similar to this, and it was a black guy doing the same thing, but I don't know. It could be just a movie, y'all.
Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that, nigga.
Areas. What the cartel didn't.
Hey man, how many of y'all out there been thinking that the whole time, or how many of y'all already knew that? That's all I want to know.
Realized was that Don Alejo was an incredibly good shot. His hunting days meant that he had a lot of experience. Instead of deer or elk, he was now hunting members of a dangerous cartel. His shooting was so accurate that he was outperforming members of the cartel. Had he chosen a life of crime, he could have been incredibly successful, but he chose an honest living, and he was doing whatever it took to protect the home and land he spent his whole life working on. His tactics were simple. Don Alejo would go to one window and shoot a cartel member stone dead. Then he would run over to another window and do the same. It was soon apparent that Don Alejo had just killed 4 cartel members, and they had not even reached his home yet. The cartel retreats. At one point, the cartel decides to retreat. They had just lost 4 men, and this job was clearly not as straightforward as it seemed. They had 3 options. Their first option was to retreat from the ranch entirely. They could call it a day and realize that this wasn't worth fighting for. But if you're a cartel member and had to tell the leader of your cartel that you and several other people were too chicken to fight a 77-year-old farmer, your membership at this cartel might be under review, and the cartel doesn't just let its members leave and move on to another job. The second option was to continue fighting. At some point, hopefully, this old man would run out of steam. They needed to continue fighting, and someone would eventually shoot him down. But again, this option ran its risks too. What if they lost? What if this geriatric farmer managed to gun down this group of skilled cartel members? The cartel has gotten where it is today by fear, and the story alone would spread throughout Mexico and let communities know that the cartel was not to be feared. Instead, they opted for a third option. In their trucks were much more advanced weapons than guns. This cartel realized that they could not fight fire with fire, but had to use superior weaponry against him. And as we mentioned earlier, the cartel has much more advanced weaponry than the police. the final showdown. The cartel came at Don Alejo's house with grenade launchers. With these weapons, they could attack him from a longer distance, where his hunting rifles were no match. And instead of trying to pinpoint exactly where he was, they simply carpet-bombed his entire house with grenades. They killed Don Alejo, but were too cowardly to face him with a shootout. The sheer size and scale of the violence meant that this battle was now making waves, far from Don Alejo's ranch. Mexican authorities believed that whatever was happening on this farm was too much of a job for the police, so the Mexican Marines arrived. And seeing that the Mexican military was now involved, the surviving cartel members decided to flee the scene. Unlike Don Alejo, they were not prepared to fight against a group with more manpower and better weapons. They had finally left Don Alejo's home. The fate of Don Alejo. The Marines soon made their way towards the house. The violence had stopped, but they remained vigilant. Somebody could be hiding and ready to pounce at any minute. On the outside of the house, they found the remains of 4 dead cartel members. There were also 2 other cartel members unconscious. It was past 8 a.m., and Leticia did not receive a call from her husband as promised. And you can only imagine the deafening silence that she felt as the phone continued to fail to make a sound. She decided to break the silence and call him. However, this served only to make things even worse, as there was no answer. Her imagination began running wild. She assumed the worst. She panicked and called Joaquin Estrada for any information. She called Joaquin, and their conversation, roughly translated from the Spanish, went as follows. Well, what's up, Joaquin? It is said that you noticed that there are many soldiers. And so? Well, there are many soldiers inside the ranch. Well, what about that? You go and see my husband to see how he is. Maybe the soldiers went to do some inspection. It's just that he doesn't know how many there are. There are too many, and they won't let me in. No, tell them that you are their ranch worker, that they let you in, and then call me to tell me how my husband is. Alejandra did not receive a call back from Joaquin that day. Don Alejo had managed to hold off a pack of gunmen infiltrating his house, but grenade launches proved too much. The Mexican military found his body and were simply gobsmacked that the opposing side against the cartel was 1 man and several hunting rifles. He was a man who earned an honest living, and when the cartel came calling, he refused to back down. The only way that the cartel could defeat him was to take the coward's way out and fire grenade launchers at his home from a distance. Don Alejo's legacy. Los Zetas controlled a lot of the media, so the story did not make any newspapers the next day. Don Alejo had humiliated the cartel, and they did not want anyone to know about it. However, the newspaper Milenio decided to publish Don Alejo's heroics and let the people know about just how cowardly this criminal gang had reacted. And the cartel may have had control over the newspapers, but they could not control social media. Eventually, the news of Don Alejo spread, and he became a cultural icon. The fact that the cartel tried to quash this news only made the story spread even further. Days before Don Alejo was killed, he brought his wife a rose bush in a plastic bag. He told her that this way he would not have to go to a florist and buy her roses, but this bush will provide her with an endless supply of them. And after his death, this rose bush was planted at the ranch. This way, Don Alejo is still providing roses for his beloved wife long after his death. Mexican journalists like Denise Marquer and Kiro Gomez praised him as a hero. In Mexican culture, there is a popular musical tradition known as the corrido, which is a folk ballad commemorating heroic actions. The singer Miguel Gastelum, El Patron, has a corrido about Don Alejo, with the lyrics translate as, "You were a very good hunter, and a very accurate shot, in addition, a great gentleman, a worker, a good friend, upright, and a man of honor." His tale also provides a grim reminder of Mexican society. If one of my elderly relatives had a group of thugs threaten them on their own doorstep, I would hope that the police force would be capable of sorting the situation out. Clearly, in this case, he did not feel like that was the best option. His daughter told news outlets, "He told me he'd gotten threats, but he didn't notify the authorities. He never trusted them." And this is the sad reality that Don Alejo's family, friends, and workers have to live with. To add insult to injury, his death has not been properly investigated, and the cartels continue to be above the law. At the beginning of this video, I compared this battle to David and Goliath, and there's no doubt in my mind that Don Alejo is a hero and his courage was of biblical proportions, but if you look at the bigger picture, he is simply a hero in a society full of villains. In the play Galileo Galilei by Bertolt Brecht, one of Galileo's pupils says, "Unhappy is the land that breeds no hero." To which Galileo responds, "No, Andrea, unhappy is the land that needs a hero." In a properly functioning society, you should not be forced to fight off a cartel to protect your home. This was the sad state of affairs where Mexico needed a hero.
Well, y'all, man, the man went out like, he was a legend, man. He was a real legend, and he went out like a real warrior, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that story down below in the comment section.
Birds aren't real guy, he went on Fox News of all places and just confused the hell out of him.
But we can control every bird in the sky?
We can. I mean, and I appreciate you allowing me to share this information on here. A lot of the media won't let me talk about
Is this
stuff.
a shtick? I mean, do you really in your heart?
Why would it be a shtick?
Because
Yeah, I mean, you report everywhere. You report on UFOs on the show, yes?
Well, I don't report on them.
UFOs are, I mean, I respect what you guys talk about on here. You're letting bird robots on the show? You're letting UFOs in the show?
So do you think I could see the government using some birds maybe as drones?
I like the theory that some birds are drones, but all birds? Come on.
That's just too many birds. The pigeons here in New York City.
Every bird, in every pigeon here in New York City.
He's so good. How did he get on this?
Control every bird.
He's playing it so well.
Yeah.
He's so good at this by now.
He is.
This man, I don't think a joke's ever been run this far for this long.
I'm baffled how, I mean, this is Jesse Waters, who now that Tucker Carlson is gone, I believe that this is...
This guy?
There's a substitute. He's got a substitute teacher.
So this is prime
look,
time.
it's Jesse Waters prime time.
Yo, this is the prime time slot.
Yeah, so this isn't even just filler on the daytime programming. This is like their lead story for the night.
Lead story tonight. Are all birds fake? There it is, guys. Fox News. This is what your grandparents are watching.
Yep.
And some of your parents, unfortunately.
If they come and ask you about the robot birds, you know what happened.
Did y'all see how hard he trolled him, man? The first time I watched this, man, I laughed uncontrollably, man, because that kid is a genius. Hey, he funny, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, though.
Take this chip if you're from the government. No? Don't want to admit it out loud.
Come on now.
Did something called Project Jedi. This was multi-agency that was running. Our question was, we got really good people. How do we make them better? So in Jedi, what we did is we said, okay, who's the best pistol shooters in the world? And the answer came back, you ought to be looking at the Army Marksmanship Unit. We brought in the Army champion, the inter-service champion, and their boss, and worked with them. In fairness, Tony was one of the ones working with us. We would have them shoot, and you could get them way the hell off balance, and they would hit the target pretty well. We developed what we call basically the critical path model. What is it that makes a good shooter? And then we took two groups of people that were split, kind of paired sample. They were all military. Many of them had never shot a 45 before. Our problem became that everybody had qualified using the NLP technique within the first day.
Oh, Jedis.
The true master of the net is the initiate who has learned how to navigate through the net and learned how to use the net of the living energy matrix behind everything on the physical plane to develop powers that the uninitiated considered to be magical. In ancient Egypt, the netter of death and rebirth was named Azra, a name later corrupted in Greek to become Osiris. The sacred geometry form, known as the backbone of Azra in ancient Egypt, was the Jed pillar, which was erected each year in the raising of the Jed ceremony to connect heaven and earth, just as the Egyptian temples connected power spots on the earth on which they were built to power spots in the heavens. In the ancient Egyptian document, which is today known as the Westkar Papyrus, one of the highest masters of the net in ancient Egypt is described as the Jedi, based on the Jed pillar being the backbone of Azra connecting heaven and earth. The Jedi derives extraordinary powers from using the net to control natural forces. One story in the Westkar Papyrus describes a master of the net, a high priest for Pharaoh Snofru, who parts the waters of a lake, making a part of a lake dry so that a valuable piece of jewelry can be reclaimed from its floor. Today, such miracles, or magic, are associated with the parting of the Red Sea by Moses, described in the Old Testament. However, these abilities to control natural forces were in fact a part of the Masters of the Net initiation lineage from which Moses derived his knowledge during his training in the Egyptian temples. The use of the staff by Moses is directly derived from the training and the use of the staff in the Egyptian temples. The staff acts as an antenna for detecting and projecting higher forces, based on the designs and shapes on the staff. In the Westcar Papyrus, after the story of the priest who parts the waters for the Pharaoh, the story of the Jedi is introduced. He is said in this ancient Egyptian text to specifically have the power to restore life to the dead and to know hidden secrets of the ancient temples. The term used in recent times in the Star Wars film series of a Jedi Knight who can direct the Force thus carries a powerful subconscious resonance and attraction for people today. This is because it comes from the Hekau system of words of power in ancient Egypt, specifically the terms Jed and Jedi. The lightsaber in Star Wars sometimes resembles the form of the Jed pillar as well.
Man, how many of y'all out there knew this already about the Jedi? That they were real. The Jedi were real. It's not just about Star Wars. Where you think Star Wars got the story from, y'all? Just like Stargate and all the other stuff. Come on now. You know they put it in the movies. Ain't nothing a coincidence out here, y'all. That's what I always tell y'all, man. I got to keep you on your P's and Q's. But y'all, that's the video, man. Been cool kicking it with y'all, man. I hope y'all been, you know what I'm saying, enjoying the video clips and enjoying my personality today. You know, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you be notified whenever I drop some new fire content in the future. Y'all, hit that like button, man. Stop hating. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to the ones that been showing love and that's been liking. That's to everybody else, the monetary souls, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, that's the video, man. It's your boy Coolzy. I'm out. Y'all take it easy.